function? How do you manage your life with long nails? Listen, it's a lifestyle. Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's yearrr, and as y'all can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about how to manage long nails in 2024. I know I've done how to manage long nails for beginners and other long nail videos. I think I did one other one like a year or so ago. I didn't make one for 2023, so I figured let me make a new one for 2024. I'm really excited because this is a common question that I get asked every single day. The questions never stop coming, but why would they? People are simply just trying to understand the way of life when it comes to being a long nail baddie. So, you know, you keep people curious and wondering, how do they do it? Well, listen, there is a method to the madness, but you have to be willing to roll with the punches that come with this lifestyle if you are looking to possibly becoming a long nail baddie or try long nails. This is not to bash the short nail baddies. I love my short nail baddies. However, I know for me personally, I am not a short nail person. So for me, I love to do the, you know, the long extendos, not the over extendos, but long enough to make things interesting. It's really just about what your preference is, and it's about what you can handle and what you like. But before I get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I love seeing new lovely faces coming to my channel, discovering me, joining with all the fun stuff that we talk about on my channel. And then of course, if you're a returning subscriber, hello y'all, I'm glad to see y'all back with me in another video today. It's gonna be a good one. I love doing videos about nails because this is what I live for on the daily. I love long nails, y'all. I can't function if I don't have my nails done. Literally, if I don't have my nails done, I don't feel complete as a person. I don't like when my hands are bare. It doesn't feel right to me. Since I use my hands a lot, I love to have my clickety clackers because anytime I'm talking, you're gonna see them move. Like, look. It just makes sense, you know? But I just wanted to give a nice, warm, welcoming intro for the new, lovely, amazing people that are coming over to the channel and just to, you know, spread the good, positive vibes. You know. But let's go ahead and get right into the video, y'all. All right, so the first thing that I want to go over is the types of lengths when it comes to getting long nails. So the typical lengths are short, long, XL, double XL, and triple XL. And I think these that I have are double XL, just to give y'all an idea of what to expect if y'all are wanting to try that length. This is what they look like typically. And then if you get triple XL, they won't look too far off, just slightly longer. But I think these are double XL. I have to ask my nail tech. I always forget, and I don't know how I forget. I just know I always get the longest length. So yeah. But typically whenever I go to my nail tech, I don't get too much taken off except the number tip because I don't want to see the number tip under my nails whenever I look at my fingers, so I always get it taken off. But it's literally like a little itty bitty tip that they just clip off. How did I forget medium? I forgot to say medium. But medium is kind of like in between like the long length, so it's not extremely long, but it's like kind of like somewhere around here. Whatever suits you better is the length you should go for. However, if you are looking to try something new, I highly recommend it. I'm always going to be that person that's like, look, if you're curious about getting some long nails, please get them because you may not regret it. But I know some people, their main fear is how am I gonna manage them and how am I gonna, you know, maneuver my life around them if I get them. Trust me, I get it, I understand. And it's honestly one of those things where after you've been getting them long for so long, you get used to it and you learn how to work through your life with having them on all the time. I'm not encouraging y'all to get long nails to hurt y'all selves. The types of shapes. So the typical shapes for nails is coffin, stiletto, and square. And there are some new shapes out there. Well, I wouldn't even say this one is kind of new. I would say this is kind of like old school, but they're bringing it back. The ducktail one. I think it's called the ducktail. I know it's the duck something. It might just be duckies or whatever they call it, but I'm not a fan of those. I don't think they're necessarily ugly, but it has to be a certain type of way for me to get those. Depending on who does them, they may look either like really fat and wide, or they can look skinny and just have like a flared bottom. I can't explain it, but it just looks off. But the duck ones, the ducktail, duckies, whatever you want to call it, that's a new shape that I'm seeing a lot of girls get, and I have seen some really cute ones.
You guys, honestly, I just feel like duck nails is like some real it girl shit. Like if you don't have duck nails or you haven't tried duck nails, this is your sign.
But me personally, I just haven't tried that shape yet because I'm nervous to see how it'll look on my hands personally. But if I find a cute set that I get inspo from, I might try them out and we'll see. The other one is the lipstick shape. Now that one is a new one, and I know Megan Thee Stallion was, I would say she was the one that I saw with it first. There could have been other people who had them first, but like that was the first person celebrity wise that I saw with the lipstick shape nails. And I don't think they're ugly necessarily, but I think it has to be a really cute set to pull off the shape itself, just because it's such an odd, unusual shape to do. I think it's one of those things where it has to stand out because I've never tried that. My typical go-to shape is coffin and stiletto. I love stiletto, and every blue moon I'll get square, but I have to be in the mood for square. And yeah, sometimes square just doesn't do it for me. But I've had all three shapes, but my main go-to is coffin. And then when I'm feeling a little spicy and I want to spice things up, I get stiletto. But don't get stiletto if you're scared of scratching yourself, because when they shape them, they are sharp, and I have cut myself a few times. Not bad, but like I have scratched myself with them because for obvious reasons. They're sharp and they look like literal claws. If you get stiletto, please be careful. How to manage longer sets of nails. So honestly, this is the best advice that I can give to anyone who's thinking about getting a longer set than what they normally or usually get. If you're a person who does use their hands a lot, I will say this: getting longer nails may not be for you. You don't want to forget that these are on and you break something, because it does hurt. I have had some bad experiences with having a broken nail. However, I can say I have not had an accident in a long time, just because I make sure that I don't do anything to potentially break my nails or set myself up for failure in a situation that could possibly potentially make me break them. And then like if you're going to the gas station, the good thing is now they have the touch pay method, so all you have to do is take your card and just scan it over the little thingy. You don't have to worry about trying to pull your card out like this anymore. That used to be the struggle, I'm not even gonna lie. However, I still did manage to pull my cards out every single time, and I mainly go to like QT or a gas station that has touch pay, but most of the gas stations are current and up to date, so now they all have that option for you, so you don't have to worry about trying to go and do all this extra stuff now when you go get gas. Now when I pump gas, I always grab the pump with the napkin on there, and then I just pull the latch down and just let my gas pump itself. Other than that, like pumping gas, it's not hard, but germs are a thing, so again, make sure you have a napkin wrapped around there, because no. Everything else is basically normal. I know a lot of people are kind of odd when it comes to like asking certain questions. The main question that I get asked is, how do I wipe? Like, that's personal. Wiping is still normal. I haven't had any incidents where anything has gotten on my hands. I will say some people are just curious as to how we do things. We literally do everything like normal. Just because you have a longer set doesn't mean that you're crippled or like you're disabled. It doesn't prevent us from doing anything. I still type like normal. I just use the tip of my fingers. And even when I was in school, I was typing papers with my nails. But for some reason, people are just so mind blown by it and they just can't comprehend or understand it. So yeah. Another thing to note too, whenever you're getting a longer set of nails, you're going to draw a lot of attention to yourself. It's a given. So if you're a person that does not like to have attention placed on them, or you don't want to be the center of attention, don't do it, because people are going to come up to you and they're going to ask you, how do you manage it? How do you get anything done with those long nails? Because I don't see how y'all do it. And then you just simply tell them, you know, I do everything normal, just like how you would. I go to the bathroom like normal, I eat normal, I drink normal. But like I said, if you're a person who doesn't really like to have the attention put on them, don't get the long nails, just because it might end up being one of those things where it makes you uncomfortable. Everyone's going to be asking a bunch of questions. Nails are an art form, no matter what shape, what length, what form they're in. They are definitely an art form. That's how I look at them. Dealing with positive and negative feedback when having long nails. You're going to have people who are on board, and then you have those other people who are just negative about it and just kind of hate on you. We love both positive and negative people, because either way it goes, y'all are still loving what we're doing at the end of the day and y'all are fascinated. However, when it comes to the negative comments, I kind of just tune them out, because at the end of the day, this is something that I paid for. This is something that I invest in, and what I like to do in order to feel good about myself as a woman. This is my form of self-care. I don't care if it makes anyone feel some kind of way. you're not wearing the nails at the end of the day. They're on my hands. It's not hurting your pockets. So people are always gonna have something to say. And people also like to judge you when it's something that deep down inside, they wish they could do and they wish they could be you. So they can't be you, so they hate on you. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. But you're gonna hear good things and negative things from people just because, like I said, it's not something that you typically see every day and it's something that's different. So a lot of people just have a hard time understanding. We take any type of kind words and negative words and we keep it moving because at the end of the day, we know that we're the chosen ones, period. How much do nails cost? It really just depends on what you're getting. Nails can cost anywhere between, from the lowest that I've seen, it can be like $45 to $50 at the lowest. This is the lower end. And then as far as like the more expensive side, the most that I've ever paid for nails was $190. So I guess you could say technically like $200 because that's not counting the deposit. So really around like $200. But this is not every single time though, y'all. It just depends on the kind of set I'm getting. These were $120, but really they were $100 with the deposit subtracted out of it. This is just because these are a little bit on the longer side. The longer nails require a little bit more time, more effort, and a little bit more attention to detail, which is why they charge a little bit more and cost a little bit more. And it makes sense, especially if you're going to somebody who is really, really good at what they do. They're gonna charge their worth as they should. Now, I'm not saying go to somebody who's charging an arm and a leg, but go to someone who's reasonable. Go to someone who you can obviously see their work. Go to Instagram pages and check them out. Like if you want to shop around for a nail tech and you want to find someone, it's good to just look up the nail techs in your area so that way you can get an idea of what you're getting yourself into. Make sure you know your information, which is why I'm giving y'all the tea. How long do they take and how long do they typically last? Really, the duration of how long it takes to get your nails done, it really just depends on who's doing them. One of my previous nail techs that I was going to, she was very, very precise and liked to pay attention to detail. So it took her a little bit longer, which is okay. I never minded it just because of the fact that my nails never came out bad at all. They always came out looking amazing. But then I also had to realize the majority of my day was gonna be gone. Now, the new nail tech that I go to, she takes only 2 to 3 hours. That is a significant difference aside from what I was initially going to. But most nail techs will take anywhere between 1 to 3 hours, maybe 5 at max. So if you don't like to sit for a very long time, you may not wanna go to a nail tech because you're gonna be sitting for a little bit. They don't rush, they're not gonna rush their work because you're getting what you pay for. Whatever they're charging, it's gonna be worth it because if you're sitting for that amount of time, they're gonna get you right every single time that you go to them. As far as how long nail sets last, it really just depends on how well they secure the nails and how well you take care of them. Now, if you're constantly bumping into things and you're constantly hitting your nails on stuff, you're putting a lot of wear and tear on them. As long as you're making sure you're avoiding stuff that could set you up for failure, you will be fine. My nails typically last anywhere between 3 weeks to a month, and I only spend money on my nails once every single month. If you have to go back to a nail tech every couple of weeks, I would not recommend going back to them because when they do your nails, they should not be seeing you until the next following month or 3 weeks entering into the new month because they're meant to last you. So yeah, if you want to try long nails, just go for it. Just do it. Don't care what anyone has to say. Just do what makes you happy. If this makes you happy, hearing the sounds of the clickety clackers go like that on your hands, do it. It's your money. It's on your hands. It's not going to affect anybody else at the end of the day. Regardless, I'm always going to be the person that's like, if you want to try them, get them done. It may give you a new vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Long nails just make me feel like the it girl. But if you ever just wanted to step out of your comfort zone and try something a little bit more extra, get some long nails. Just try them. They're really, really fun, I promise. But thank you for staying tuned and watching my videos. I really enjoy making videos like this just because this is for the girly girls. Other than that, cheers to new beginnings and new opportunities to try new stuff, okay? But I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.